are going to the Congress Center to get our badges into the WEF, and I guess we're going to be participating there this week.
And what is your first impression of the atmosphere?
I think it feels very controlled. I mean, my first impression is the mountains, because I love mountains, but then there's security everywhere, there's kind of tape everywhere.
And it's freezing cold.
Yeah, it's quite cold as well.
We should say change the status quo.
Yeah. It was like airport security coming in.
Airport security controlled everything. And now we got some.
We got a bag with stuff in it. We should show that off later. Ooh. This is before it's officially opened, so it's mostly staff here. But this evening and tomorrow there's going to be a lot more people, they said. So we're going to check out the exhibition, which is about our relationship with nature, before it all opens tomorrow morning. We had an intro meeting with Klaus Schwab.
We just had lunch in that room.
In this room, yeah. And we've sat here talking with our contacts here at WEF and going through our really full agenda. So basically we're going to be running around doing lots of different things and trying to figure out.
Yeah, and we will try to talk to people, I mean, like to see how they can take action.
Yeah.
I think that's our main goal, and just to push for the message of what we were saying on the streets, basically.
Exactly, so that we take what we're saying on the streets and then say it again in here with the people that can make changes in big places.
Now we're preparing for a panel discussion for this afternoon.
That is off the record.
Yeah.
Whatever that means. I think that means no media, so we're going to be talking to a group of
social entrepreneurship people. Yeah.
And the title is Unconventional Conversations.
Okay, we will take you with us.
We are still believing in the interconnectivity in which we have in our world. It is a fact that we are all interdependent.
My mother recognized that something was amiss.
We got here this morning just before 10, and then we started walking towards the Congress Center, where we got our badges and we got into the Congress Center, and lots of people in suits walking around, and me and Loukina wearing matching clothes for some reason. And we had a meeting with Klaus Schwab.
We had lunch, which was very nice and way too fancy for the fact that we were kind of, I think we would have eaten everything, like whatever there was, and it was really nice and jars and a bit awkward to eat. I think this is what fancy food is really about. It has to be somewhat awkward. I went up the mountain to meet scientists and to get very cold feet. And Loukina and Isabel went to go to panel.
Yes, and we had a panel about unconventional conversations with Mohammed, who's also on the Teen Changemakers cohorts that we are in. And we talked about being pessimistic about the future.
You cannot always wait on us to have like hope. You always need to find it in yourself too.
Exactly.
Because if you want to take like real action, we can say everything we want unless you just decide it on by yourself. It won't really happen. So
yeah, because like it's hard to have. I mean, we wouldn't be doing what we're doing if we didn't have some form of hope.
Thanks.
It's like
This is good.
yeah.
If we don't do something now, then there's no hope. But I mean, if we do start acting, then we can stop all of
Shit.
And then we had another tour of the Congress Center with the other teenagers. After we did some getting to know each other
Games.
we couldn't talk with each other. We just had to stand in a line, like who's the tallest, who's the oldest, who has travelled the furthest to get here. And then we went, because we were really hungry, we went to this dinner with experts, so lots of people from universities and stuff, but there was no food there really. We were really hungry, but it was just like really small pieces of potato on a stick with like mushroom on, with prawns in some salsa, and I'm like, I can't eat that, you know.
We eat some falafel though.
We got one falafel. It's like one falafel in a little thing of sauce with a slice of chili next to it. It was nice falafel, but Loukina dropped it.
I just like dropped it on the floor.
You ate it anyway.
It's food waste then.
After that, we stayed way too long. We were only going to pop in and find food, but it took so long to eat the food because you could only eat a little bit at a time.
But you had a good discussion with a woman,
Yeah,
actually.
we had a good discussion with a woman that builds maps and is a computer scientist. And yeah, it was really interesting. She looks at data and analyzes data and social justice. And then we realised we had to go. And then we realised that the trains weren't going properly. We couldn't figure out the trains, and then we couldn't find the bus. But we did end up finding a WEF shuttle that took us almost all the way here. And then we got lost anyway. But we're here now. And now we're going to go to sleep.
So now we'll just have tea and go to sleep. So, good night.
Good night.
Oh my god, good night.
It's really dark outside, but there's so many stars, and we're a little bit lost. It's 11 at night.